Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Today, I want to talk about a new product from Springfield Armory, and I want to talk about it because of an email I got from a viewer regarding this product. If you're not aware, Springfield Armory is now making the Hellcat. Now, this is the bigger Hellcat. I forget what they call it. It's the one that holds 15 rounds, so it's not a tiny little carry gun. And it's now available with a manual safety. I think they call it the Hellcat Pro. And it is now available with a manual safety, as I just said. And someone sent me an email saying, hey, is this a sign that gun manufacturers are starting to cater to people who maybe just got into guns and are kind of, and the way they put it, kind of pussies? That, they think they have to have a manual safety on a gun. Is it a sign that manufacturers are starting to cater to this mindset, that you need a manual safety, things like that? That guns are dangerous, so you better have that safety there because you're probably going to make a mistake. Well, that is part of what it is. There's a lot of new gun owners these days. There's a lot of first-time gun buyers and a lot of first-time people carrying guns. And those people will only carry a gun if they feel safe with it, and sometimes a manual safety is what it takes to make them feel safe. Now, I am someone who says carry guns shouldn't have manual safeties, and I bet a lot of you that have been carrying for many years feel the same way I do. But here's the thing, we need to learn to stop being so judgmental in the gun community. Just because newer people might want a manual safety, or they might even carry without a round in the chamber. I know a lot of people, when they first start carrying, they start carrying without a round in the chamber. And so many people in the gun community get upset about that. They're like, oh my God, if you carry without a round in the chamber, you might as well not carry a gun. Well, that's not true. I would much rather someone carry a gun with a manual safety than not carry a gun. I would much rather someone carry a gun like a Glock or something without a round in the chamber. Especially if they're going to carry appendix, they better carry one without a round in the chamber. I would rather see that than see them not carry a gun. This idea that, oh, you're a pussy if you have a safety, or you're a pussy if you carry without one in the chamber, that needs to stop, because all we're doing is pushing people away from the gun community. People that come in new and are trying something different for them, and then all these, wannabe Rambos jump all over them and tell them what they're doing wrong and how they have to do it. If you want to be a man, you got to do it this way, or else what you're doing is just, less than manly. You're kind of a pussy or something. We need to stop doing that. So I do not mind at all when they put out versions of guns that have a manual safety, like this Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro. It's got the little safety on there. It's not an ugly safety. At least they didn't make it ugly. It is ambidextrous. So if this gun having a safety now makes more people buy it and makes more people carry, I think that's a positive that gun manufacturers are starting to cater to people that aren't necessarily die-hard gun people. Because die-hard gun people don't usually want a manual safety or any of those features, but casual gun owners, they do. And for casual gun owners to eventually become gun carriers, to more hardcore Second Amendment people, they need to be accepted from the beginning. And that is including the manufacturers making products they want. And that also falls on us to be more accepting of some people who want those things. Now, if you see someone who's carrying a gun and they're like, I got to have manual safety or I can't carry one in the chamber, you say, well, good. The thing that matters is that you're carrying. And I think that if you spend a lot of your time, if you plan out, the evolution of your carry, you will eventually get to where you decide you don't need a manual safety or you don't need these other things. But it'll come in time. It isn't got to be right away. And it doesn't make you less of a man right now because you want to have some safety precautions. So I have no problem with this gun. They were saying, oh, do you like this gun? Do you not like this gun? Is this gun going to be a good gun? Going to be a bad gun? Well, the Springfield Armory guns have been great. I don't like Springfield Armory myself. I won't buy Springfield Armory. I've told people that many, many times. I even have a sticker available over on my website that lets you know what I think of Springfield Armory if you want to go over and get one. tympistolproject.com. I'll put a link in the upper corner. But like I said, not a Springfield Armory fan, but this was the specific gun they asked me about, so I wanted to address this. And do I think the Hellcat's a good gun? Yes, I think the Hellcat's a good gun. Do I think the Hellcat Pro is a good gun? Yes, I think it's a good gun. Do I think it's still a good gun with a manual safety? Yes, it's still a good gun. Like I said, we need to start being more accepting. That's one of the biggest problems with the gun community right now is everybody in it's got to do everything the way we do it. And if they don't do it the way we do it, they're not welcome. And that extends to other things, political beliefs, etc. So many people in the gun community who say, "Ooh, I'm a gun rights only voter. That's all I vote on is based on gun rights." I'm like, well, that's funny because you spend most of your time alienating 90% of the people who would be supportive of gun rights if you didn't force every one of your other opinions down their throat. But that's a topic for another video. Right now, I was just dealing with this gun and having a safety and our manufacturers catering to a new group of people that aren't quite up to snuff in the eyes of some gun owners. Well, of course they are. There's a brand new big market out there and they need to market to these people. They're being more inclusive. They're bringing more people in. Now, we just need to start doing that as a community. We need to stop saying someone is a pussy because they have a safety, or a pussy because they carry a gun we don't like, or we don't think it's a big enough gun, or they carry without one in the chamber. We need to stop that stuff. This gun is fine with a manual safety on it. I think it's silly to put so much focus on the fact that it has a manual safety, because we all know the real problem with it is that it's 9mm. And anyone that carries 9mm has a vagina.